Welcome back to more Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we want to take a look at the spectacular game that CJ Stroud had, leading the Houston Texans to a win over the Cleveland Browns. Now, I'll admit, I didn't think the Houston Texans would win this game, being that the Browns had the number one rated defense, but the Browns don't really change their game plan. And the Houston Texans implemented a game plan where they took their best receiver, they put him in situations to win one-on-ones, and they also had some special plays designed to beat man coverage. Now, also when they called Cleveland end zone, they were patient enough not to just throw the ball anyway. They were able to see it, recognize it, and CJ Stroud delivered some very, very mature throws. One thing about CJ Stroud, his footwork is always good. Even though this picture shows an off-platform throw, he always keeps his shoulder square. His feet and his shoulders always kind of mirror each other when he gets ready to deliver the football. So he's learned early to use his mechanics to constantly deliver good throws, good catchable balls to his receivers. Now, what I will say this, coming out of college, CJ Stroud was considered the number 2 guy. But what I'll say is that game versus Georgia really opened my eyes to how good this kid could be, because Georgia put a lot of heat on him and he made throws outside and around the pocket, on the run, on the move, made some mature throws. And again, I'll say if it wasn't for his best receiver going down, not to say they would have won, he was putting them in position to win that game. And some of that stuff showed up this weekend. Let's take a look at some of CJ Stroud's best plays, in my opinion, from this weekend's game. All right, got the film pulled up. Let's get into it. Before we get into it, if you like the video, if you like the content that I always bring to you, go ahead and smash that like button before we get started. But here, this is Greg Newsome. Now, normally Greg Newsome is a slot QB. He's number 0. But what the Houston Texans did here is they're going to give a little motion because they're always playing their cover one. They're going to give a little motion to bump him outside. And now Newsome is outside. Not to say he can't be an outside corner, but he's more comfortable being in the slot. And they're still playing that cover one. You see all the matchups going across the board. You got one of your safeties dropping down to be a hole player. You got the other safety dropping to the middle to be the deep player. Now, he's trying to give a cover 2 or maybe a 2-man look, but they're going to drop and it's going to be cover 1. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get, and I didn't draw it right, but you're going to get a slant and go from Nico Collins. You're going to get an over route by Woods. And what's going to happen is the safety, he's going to take that over route. And when Nico gets the go part of his slant and go, he's going to have a lot of green grass to run with. Because on the snap of the ball, Newsome's going to jump outside because he has those 2 inside players, those 2, the deep safety and the rover to play the middle of the field. So he's going to jump outside to take away the outside. But the guy that he's depending on to cover inside for him takes the deep over. And it's going to be a lot of green grass for CJ Stroud and Nico Collins to hit. So he jumps that over. Now, with the slant go, he's already won off the ball. You just got to deliver a good ball. And great adjustment right here. He throws it. Nico's looking over his right shoulder. CJ throws it over his left shoulder. This is tough to do. Mid-stride adjust like that. That's tough to do. He does a great job of doing it, finding it, locating it, tracking the ball. Great catch by Collins. Great route, too. But again, recognizing them jumping that deep over and going over top. Now, didn't even mention standing in the barrel. Standing in the barrel, delivering that ball. Look, he's taking a hit. He's taking a hit while he's delivering that ball. As the ball's leaving his hand, he's taking a pounding, and he delivers a strike. And if not for taking his hit, this is probably a touchdown. Honestly, probably a touchdown. Let's go to his second play. Now this time they caught him playing zone. And what's going to happen is Denzel Ward's going to carry that deep, that vertical. And again, this is Greg Newsome. His eyes are in the backfield. He never really gets his eyes on Michi, in the flats. His eyes kind of stay on CJ Stroud, and he kind of just drifts. So without him identifying what Michi is, he's still drifting. He never really looks back. Never really looks back. And then with Denzel Ward having to carry that vertical, look at the little open space it creates right there. Now all CJ Stroud got to do is just drop it in the bucket. And again, he's made amazing throws all season long. And he made another one right there. But again, with Newsome just not getting his eyes or not redirecting Michi, this was a simple read and react. Because he kind of pump faked it and wanted to throw it early, but then realized what was going on and delivered a floater right over the top. This is like a, he does all the different sports in pregame. This is kind of like that mid-range floater right here. He dropped it right in for 2 points. Next. All right, fast flow on this one fooled the entire defense. They're going to fake a toss in the same way this motion is going, and you're going to see almost the entire Cleveland Browns front seven go with that toss, which is going to make it easy for Tunsil and the guard to get out. See the fast flow? Tunsil and the guard are going to get out, and they're just going to make it easy for them to get out there and create lanes for Nico Collins to weave his way through on the screen. But them being able to run the ball as well as they is, now I didn't notice this at first. But look at CJ Stroud and Devin Singleton down here at the bottom. They know it's a touchdown already. Already. Fast flow killed them on this one. He just had to weave his way to the end zone. Good job by Tunsil and the guard to get out in front of him. And Nico found his way to the end zone. Man, they were hitting on all cylinders, run game and pass game. Now let's watch Brevin Jordan on this one. Brevin Jordan, and you guys know if you've been following this channel or the other channel, you know I'm a huge Miami Hurricane fan. And to see Brevin Jordan finally get some shine, it was amazing. He kind of, did a good job of blocking. Then just the release. Now on this release, he's wide open now. Wide open now. CJ Stroud did a good job of getting depth on his boot. Did the boot. He does a good job of getting depth. Now, when Brevin Jordan releases, both guys, JOK and whoever that edge guy is, 54, nobody's there. Now, watch Hutchinson right here. Hutchinson, and I think his name is Beck. They turn into blockers. And when they turn into blockers, they block their guy. He outruns the other guy. He just totally sprays the other guy. Hutchinson, Beck, and he just outruns 54. Leaving him 75 plus yards, if not 75 yards on the dot. Let's finish it up with this one right here. Absolute beautiful play call right here. They've been setting them up with these deep overs off play action all game long. All game long. And this the route combination you're going to get. You're going to get Michi's going to come underneath. Nico Collins is going to run a deep over. And normally Dalton Schultz would run just the seam to kind of set up the flood. This time he's going to run the post corner and going to be buck naked. Play action. Michi coming under. Nico running over. Now, at this point right here, I think this is Harrison. He's about to get abused by Dalton Schultz. Watch what Schultz does to him. Watch his hips. He really stiff in the hips. Schultz is finna do something real nasty to him in the receiver world. But another thing that helps Schultz is the other safety is going to try to jump Nico Collins. And because Nico is normally like the guy, the safety just takes it upon himself to jump that over route, trying to get an interception. Right there. He tries to jump that. And that's going to give Schultz all the room he needs. Even though Newsome tries to get back there, it's just too late. Look at that. He got 33 turned all the way around. Schultz did 33 something bad, boy. Look at that. 33 still looking. 33 looking over here. Like, what you looking at, guy? What you looking at? Great route by Schultz. And now CJ Stroud just got to deliver the ball. Just got to deliver the ball. Beautiful. 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 Houston Texans advanced, man. They beat the number one rated defense in the NFL. The young guys came out on top. Rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, who a lot of people forget before he got hurt was kind of mentioned in the MVP conversation. And they live to play another day. They play Saturday at 3:30. The opponent is yet to be determined, but an amazing game by the Cleveland offense. And I'm gonna talk. I mean, not the Cleveland offense, the Houston offense. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Houston defense here in a little bit. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see y'all soon, man. This is Coach Evans with more Sip to Tally. Peace and love. Playoff football has been great, even though we only had one real good game so far.